Hi guys, so welcome to my 50 random facts about me video. This is a video I've been wanting to do for quite some time, but 50 facts is quite a lot of facts to think of about yourself, so it's taken me a while to decide which 50 facts I want to talk about, but I finally got 50 facts, so let's get down to it. I absolutely love Doctor Who. I spoke about this briefly in my first ever vlog when I did the Doctor Who tag back in October, but yes, I absolutely love Doctor Who. My favourite Doctor is the third Doctor, Jon Pertwee, and my favourite companion is the Brigadier, played by Nicholas Courtney. I collect and like to try and restore vintage teddy bears, and I've actually got one of my bears here to show you now. This is Hector. I'm not quite sure what make Hector is or how old he is, but when he first came to me, all four of his paws were quite badly damaged, and so as you can see I've had to replace them all. He's also got his nice purple knitted cardigan and his little bear badge. So yeah, that's Hector. So fact number 3 is I speak Scottish Gaelic. I'm not fluent in Scottish Gaelic, but I've been learning Scottish Gaelic now for about the past 5 years. I love all kinds of music. I love classical, I love opera, I love rock, I even like some heavy metal, I love country and western, I love Celtic and folk music. I just have an incredibly eclectic taste in music. Fact number 5 is that I work in the theatre, and if I hadn't gone into theatre I wanted to become a primatologist, which for anyone out there who doesn't know what a primatologist is, it's somebody who studies primates. I am a prolific writer. I write every day. I don't like going anywhere without a notepad and a pen, and this all leads me into fact number 8 about myself, which is one of my biggest dreams is to one day be able to take my own show to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. I also did ballet from the ages of 3 through to 5 when I started taking drama classes and took up acting, and I didn't actually get back into dance until I was 21 when I started doing tap. I love vintage. Pretty much anything from the late 1930s through to the end of the 1970s. My favourite singer is David Soul. My favourite film is the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I'm cheating here because I'm counting all 3 as one film because I simply cannot choose between them. I love broccoli. I also like to crochet tiny teddy bears. I've actually got one of my bears here for you now. This is Freddie. Freddie was actually the very first bear I ever crocheted, so for that reason he is particularly special to me, and as you can see he's also got his little pair of blue dungarees. Some of my favourite comedy programmes are Dad's Army, Are You Being Served, Mrs Brown's Boys and The League of Gentlemen, and I'm also a huge fan of Morecambe and Wise. My favourite colours are blue and pink. My favourite actor is Jeremy Brett. I have actually read every single Sherlock Holmes story Conan Doyle ever wrote, some of them more than once. I sing on my own, pretending he's beside me. My YouTube name is actually derived from the original Hebrew spelling of my first name Rebecca, which is Rivka, and my birthstone, which is the garnet. I collect Starsky and Hutch memorabilia. Music is incredibly important to me. If I could go anywhere in the world, I would actually like to go to South Africa. I absolutely love Hammer horror films, and 3 of my favourites include Dracula, The Curse of Frankenstein and The Phantom of the Opera. I love the smell of rain, but I hate getting wet. My favourite subjects in school were drama, art and English, especially creative writing. I love Christmas. I'm actually halfway through writing my first novel. My favourite book as a child was The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame. My favourite smell is lavender and I love cinnamon spice. If I could speak any language that I don't speak already, I would love to learn Welsh. If I could have any superpower, I would actually really love to fly. I mean, I really want to be able to fly. If I hadn't been born a girl, apparently my parents wanted to call me Oliver. When I was a baby, I wasn't allergic, but I used to have this reaction every time I ate yoghurt. And now I'm an adult, I absolutely hate yoghurt. I don't know, there's just something about it, I just think it's disgusting. I don't like ice cream. I was actually born blonde. My favourite poet is Robert Frost, and my favourite poem of all time is The Road Less Travelled By. I can cry on cue. See? I've only dyed my hair once in my life. It was kind of like a plummy purple colour and it was supposed to come out after 6 to 7 washes and it didn't, and I ended up having to grow it out. My personal favourite daily vloggers are actually called the Fry Life, and when I did a shout out to them in my first vlog back in October, I accidentally spelt their name wrong. So this is a good opportunity for me to do another shout out to them and this time get the spelling of their name right. I actually read all of the Harry Potter books backwards from Order of the Phoenix through to Philosopher's Stone. Basically it took me several years before I got into Harry Potter, and I started reading Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone just before the Order of the Phoenix came out, and I didn't really want to wait to read it because I wanted to be reading it when everybody else was reading it. So I stopped reading Philosopher's Stone as soon as I got a copy of Order of the Phoenix. I started reading Order of the Phoenix, and then when I finished, rather than going back to Philosopher's Stone and carrying on from the beginning, I read Goblet of Fire, Prisoner of Azkaban, Chamber of Secrets, and finally I went back and finished the Philosopher's Stone. I actually spent quite a lot of time as a child up in the Highlands of Scotland with my family, and because of that I have grown up with an absolute love of Scotland and anything Scottish, which leads me on to my next fact, which is I truly believe that Scotland is my favourite place in the whole world, and it doesn't matter wherever I travel or wherever I go, Scotland will always hold a special place in my heart. I am a Capricorn and I set myself really hard goals and I work really hard to achieve them. Okay, and so finally, fact number 50 is I also have a particular interest in new writing and collaborative and devised performance, with a specialist interest in comedy and sketch writing. Okay, and so there you have it, 50 completely random facts about me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye!